Verna, let's talk about the Desert Inn. Well, you know, all my life, I always heard about Las Vegas, Desert Inn, and also Stardust,
Yeah.
and also,
Yeah.
you know, I'm from Houston,
Okay.
and back in Houston, Texas, it's all the way about Mickey Gilley. Mickey Gilley.
You know, the Desert Inn used to be ran by the mob. It opened up April 28, 1950, okay?
Okay.
Now, what's amazing, because Howard Hughes, when he checked into the hotel November 27, 1966, he asked for a penthouse. They told him all the penthouse was blocked off for the high rollers because New Year's Eve was fast approaching. So they only allowed him to stay in the hotel for 10 days. But as his 10 days was up, he wouldn't move. So what he did, he bought the hotel for $13.6 million, stayed on the top 2 floors for 4 years, kicked all the high rollers out and made them all look for other rooms for New Year's Eve. He checked out exactly November 1970 and flew to Barbados, okay?
You know,
While he was on top of that hotel, he bought the Frontier. That opened up October 30, 1942. Right next to the Frontier was a Silver Slipper. He bought that hotel because when he was up, he would stay up late at night, but the Silver Slipper had a big shoe in front with a whole bunch of lights that would rotate real slow and cast off lights and shadows in his room and keep him up at night. He bought that hotel. Right next door was a Stardust that opened up in 1956. He went to go slap down $30 million on that, but they wouldn't let him buy it because they didn't want him monopolizing Las Vegas.
now, Howard Hughes, he from my hometown, Houston, Texas.
Okay, yes.
And that's why I often wondered, and coming up as a kid, he was still living, and he would always say, Howard Hughes owned Las Vegas. You know, all these hotels.
If you look at this mountain there,
Uh-huh.
on the base of that mountain is Summerlin. That's 250,000 acres of land. Summerlin is named after Howard Hughes' grandmother, Jean Amelia Summerlin. 250,000 acres of land, all owned by the Howard Hughes Corporation.
Up there on those mountains.
That's it. That's Spring Mountains right there. Okay, that Nevada Sierra. That mountain right there is 400 miles long and 75 miles wide. The other side of that mountain is nothing but California.
Wow.
11,916 foot mountain.
Oh, wow. Now, one more. Now, let me ask you this here about the MGM Grand and boxing. Every time it's a big time boxing match, it always comes to Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's true, but the mecca of boxing is Caesars. It used to be Caesar's Palace. Caesar that used to be the mecca of boxing. Muhammad Ali, everybody fought over there. The boxing arena used to be behind Caesars, okay? But they got rid of it. I have no idea why they got rid of it. But all the boxing's now at Mandalay Bay, the MGM, and Thomas and Mack. I always say the MGM stands for Mayweather Gets Money because he makes the hotel a lot of money.
In other words, the MGM, the slogan for is
Mayor, Myers, and Goodman.
I mean, but well, I like how you said that, Verna.
Mayweather gets money.
Mayweather's get money. That's the MGM. Now you heard that we live from Las Vegas. Now that's what it goes. Now I like that slogan, Verna. Now let's talk about how in the world did Las Vegas everybody come through here, including you never hear too much talk about the one. Excalibur.
But Excalibur opened up June 19, 1990 at a cost of $350 million as the largest hotel in the world with 4,000 rooms, 4,004 rooms. MGM, actually, Excalibur actually has 4,008 rooms now. Circus Corporation built that hotel. On that corner, a 50-foot fire-breathing mechanical dragon with yellow eyes and a red blood smile will come out shooting fire and smoke out of his mouth. Merlin the Wizard would come out with his long purple robe, his long white beard, and the wand, and he would throw spells at the dragon. When he would throw the spells, 3 fireballs would hit the dragon. Once the show was over, the dragon would just stay down. Merlin would turn around and float real slow, then go back inside the castle. A big mechanical drawbridge would come down, and all of us go across the drawbridge and go inside the castle. The largest jackpot that ever hit in Las Vegas, March the 21st, 2003. We had a software engineer from LA take a $100 bill and hit a $39,713,982.25. Largest jackpot ever in Las Vegas.
The largest. Now, say that again, Verna. The largest jackpot that ever got hit in Las Vegas was how much?
$39,713,982.25. March 21st, 2003.
Golly, man, that is fantastic. Now, according to, when do you think, like New Year's, man? That's why I come down here on New Year's. New Year's Eve. I mean, fireworks and fireworks and fireworks, $1 million worth of fireworks.
Yeah, New Year's Eve is rough, man. Let me tell you something. 41 million people come to 40 million people come to Las Vegas every year from all around the world just to play with us. They stay 3-4 days. They spend about $500 minimum. Sir, I'm just being nice because I already know you meant the minimum. But if you do the math, there's over $20 billion concentrated just on 3 miles. Last year, we had 41,126,000 people come to Las Vegas, second behind New York. New York had 44 million people.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
But look how large New York is compared to how big Las Vegas
The
is.
strip is only 4.2 miles long. This is where the world meets, sir. This is the world's playground.
And another thing that I love about
50,000 rooms.
coming here, Verna, is that they closed down Las Vegas Boulevard around about 9 o'clock, and everybody just walked the
It's
streets.
about 6.
Oh, they start shutting it down about 6?
Morning. Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
How you guys doing? Fine, thank you.
All right, Verna, you want to start talking about what, the MGM?
I'm gonna talk about the MGM first.
Okay, go ahead on. Tell me about the MGM Grand and how many hotels they got and
All right.
when it was built.
All right, actually the MGM actually opened up December 18, 1993. It opened at a cost of $1 billion with 5,005 rooms. Now the MGM has 6,852 rooms and sits on 140 acres. The MGM is the largest hotel in the United States. If you walk through the front doors and don't stop, it takes you 8 minutes just to get to the back. Now the reason why the MGM is emerald green because the centerpiece of that hotel back in 1993 was Emerald City, the Wizard of Oz exhibit. On the corner was a 90,000 pound, 45-foot bronze lion head. He had emerald green eyes and he roared every half an hour. The only way to enter the MGM at one time, you had to walk between the lion's paws and step inside the lion's mouth. Once you went inside the lion's mouth, you was on the yellow brick road. You met the whole cast from the Wizard of Oz, even the flying monkeys. Back in 1997, we had to remove the lion head off of that corner because of one superstition. The Chinese refused to walk into the lion's mouth because they said it's bad luck. It took the MGM 4 years to figure that out, why no Asians was ever booking with them because of it. And you know good and well you don't mess with the Chinese money because they spend. If you look at the lowest part of the MGM, that used to be the famous Marina Hotel and Casino when it opened up in 1975 with 714 rooms. We turned this lights off November 30th, 1990. The original MGM is right next door towards Bally's. It actually was the 3-coin motel, and then it became the Bonanza July the 1st, 1967. Lauren Green opened it up, and then it became the MGM. December 23rd.
Let me ask you this right quick. Is that Lauren Green, the movie star?
Yes, sir.
Okay, on Bonanza.
Lauren Green opened up July the 1st, 1967. And then it became the famous MGM. It became the largest hotel in the world. December 23rd, 1973, 120 million with 2,100 rooms with a $2.45 buffet. Dean Martin, Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie, Fred McMurray from My 3 Sons are the 3 people who opened up the hotel. That hotel had a tragic fire November 21st, 1980. We lost 84 lives inside that hotel, including the MGM Lion. The fire next door is the reason why all of us today, if you notice when we walk out of buildings, doors are pushed out, okay? Now, a football field here in America is 100 yards, but their casino's 140 yards. The fire went through the casino in only 6 seconds. Just picture, all the slot machines were melted together like colorful candles. They never even got a chance to get up and run out the door. The people still hanging onto their handles. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Bally's actually opened up in 1986.
Now, from what I understand, it's MGM Enterprise, and it's also Caesar Enterprise.
Caesars, yes.
Can you give me the hotels that the MGM Enterprise actually own? They have.
MGM owns the Mandalay Bay, they own the Luxor, they own the Excalibur, they own New York, they own the Monte Carlo, they own the City Center, they own the Bellagio, Mirage, Circus.
Okay.
Caesars actually own the Rio, we got the Flamingo, we got Harrah's, we got the Link, we got the Cromwell, we got Bally's, and we actually have Planet Hollywood, Rio, and also this hotel.
Which is Paris.
Yes.
Okay, now Paris and Bally's, are they the same?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Caesars Entertainment.
They Caesar Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to Venetian, how they say, is it the largest as far as accommodation?
Okay, the Venetian has 4,049 rooms. It opened on May the 2nd, 1999, okay? It opened up at a cost of $1.7 billion. But the hotel next to it is Palazzo. That's December 30th, 2007. That's $1.8 billion with 3,068 rooms. I don't think you should take 2 hotels that's built that far apart and put them together and say that's the 2nd largest hotel in the world, because it's not fair. The largest hotel in the world is over in Moscow. They have 7,500 rooms, and of course, MGM has 6,852 152 rooms. That's one building. The Venetian used to be the famous Sands where the Rat Pack did their shows. It opened up December 15th, 1952. We imploded it November 26, 1996. The Venetian broke ground in its place April 14, 97. But like I said, they opened up May 2nd, 1999. Howard Hughes, the billionaire, when he started buying all of Las Vegas, that was his first hotel he bought. The first thing he did was cut off Frank Sinatra credit. Frank Sinatra was so upset, he gets on his golf cart, drunk and mad, and just started driving into the casino. He gets off the golf cart and just started flipping all the gaming tables inside the casino. He's mad because the richest man in the world just cut off his credit. He goes storming back there in the restaurant. He flips the manager table and dinner, and they fire old Frankie right there on the spot. Before Frank Sinatra started working 30 years of VP of Entertainment over at Caesars, Caesars had to do a $500,000 background check to make sure he wasn't connected to organized crime. Waste of money. Everybody knew that guy was connected to organized crime. Even Ray Charles could see that, and he was blind. Give me another hotel.
Okay, now let's go with Mirage. Is Mirage part of Caesar Entertainment?
Mirage is part of the MGM.
Okay.
Mirage opened up November 22nd, 1989 at a cost of $630 million with 3,044 rooms with a 56-foot volcano that shoots fire and smoke 150 to the air. When a Mirage first opened up, the People Mover used to pick you off the strip and float you into the Mirage. The first thing you met was the White Tigers on the left. Roy Horn got mauled October 3rd, 2003. If you're guest of the Mirage now you got to pay $22 to go watch him sleep in the Secret Garden, along with the Panthers, the Leopards, and the 10 bottlenose Dolphins. The Mirage is formerly called the Castaways, owned by the billionaire Howard Hughes. Before that, Red Rooster nightclub ran by organized crime. Give me another one.
Okay, now we got what you would also we call Bellagio.
Bellagio used to be the Dunes Hotel and Golf Course when it opened on May 23rd, 1955. We turned the Dunes lights off in 1991. Steve went and plotted the Dunes the same night he opened the $450 million Treasure Island, October 27, 1993, with 2,884 rooms. It took him 5 years to build the Bellagio. It opened up October 15, 1998. $1.6 billion hotel, opened up with 3,399 rooms. Now you're looking at 3,590 rooms. The centerpiece of that hotel, of course, is the $75 million lake. $18,000 a day just to run. 22 million gallons of water that sits on 8.5 acres. 183 sound speakers around the perimeter. 1,214 jets. 4,792 lights. Every time a show performs, an inch of water evaporates, and they go through 250,000 gallons of water per show. That's 12 million gallons of water per year. The centerpiece of the lake is called the Extreme Shooter. Shoots the water all the way up here where we're standing at, 460 feet. The second circle is called a Super Shooter. Shoots the water up 240 feet. And the big circle is called the Mini Shooter. Shoots the water up 100 feet. The Titanic Ocean Liner was an 883-foot ship. That's a 995-foot lake. If the Titanic had a flat bottom, it fit perfect, but guess what? It would not sink because it's only 13 feet deep in the center, 4 feet around the edge, and between the 4 and 13 is 9. The hotel paid itself for only 13 months. Give me another one.